and welcome back to the Fashion Scoop. Now, our last episode was on sustainable fashion, and in this one, we have tried to decode it in a slightly different way. Before we start, let me introduce you to a brand which is called Flyrobe. No, we don't have any robes flying in the studio and no Harry Potter feels. But let me introduce you to Aanchal Saini, who is the founder of Flyrobe. And, she'll tell you more about it. But from my understanding, it is like India's first and largest platform where you can actually rent clothes. Now, you've heard renting cars and renting houses, but let's see what renting clothes is like. Hi, Achal.
Hi Priyanka, glad to
Hi.
be here.
Yeah, same here. What are you wearing? Like, it's a lovely, vibrant, fluorescent
Thank
color.
you, thank you. I'm always like, half of me is inside me. I have a Ranveer Singh, so I'm trying to get that out always. It's I think a mango coat and just casual stuff otherwise.
Lovely, lovely. Just tell the viewers what you were telling us before. Like, we were discussing that how the attention span of people has decreased so much, and Achal came up with like a fun thing. So she'll tell you.
Okay, so yesterday I was at a speaking session. At Motilal Nehru College. So all these colleges have now, they're big on entrepreneurship. So they've got these departments, big ones, and then they invite for just a casual conversation, understanding how the journey was and discussing what the ideas, etc.
Yeah.
So I realized I was standing on the podium and I had these dull faces. So, people, their attention span is like a fish memory. Like they literally, I think if you realize earlier it was reading, then it was images,
Yeah.
then there were videos. Today they are like reels, which are 30 seconds, but we
Yeah.
don't even have 30 seconds. So it's like basically 5.5 seconds. That's the attention span. So I went and sat on the table. I said, okay, I'll sit on the table, and then I got like at least some eyeballs. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Somebody casual sitting there, and that is how I think attention span is zero.
Yeah,
Like
I
literally.
think what I have figured out. Of course, it's like a writer's nightmare because I'm essentially like a writer, and it's
Yeah.
like really sad. But what I've figured out is that people like a lot of relatability. So if somebody is just casually sitting there and they're having a conversation, they feel it's more relaxed, it's more relatable and chill. So I mean, that's what we'll keep the format here as
Yeah,
well.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Complete
of course,
sense.
of course. Okay, so before we start, I recently saw that you went to Shark Tank. So tell us the experience. How was that? And like, who's your favorite shark?
So I think the experience was fantastic, and literally I thought, because see, obviously I am used to dealing with investors, talking to investors, multiple investor meetings. So I thought it'll be just like a piece of cake for me. Like, kya hai, but jaake baat hi to karna hai. That's what I'm doing for the. It's been years doing this, but it wasn't like that. I was completely out of my comfort zone. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I love the show, the format. So it's basically you reach there like I'm talking about the final finale. A lot of things happen before that.
Okay.
So it's probably like a 10-month journey. It's
Oh,
the entire
wow.
thing was about 10
Like all
months.
the selection and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So 10 months. So first selection rounds happen with a casual conversation. They'll yap with you on the phone just to read what you are, about the business, about your personality, about everything, everything, everything. And that is about, I think, 5-6 hours or 2 days spread across 2-3 days. And then there's a physical audition, which happened in the same city as we are
Mm-hmm.
located. And then finally, when you get selected, you go there for the final shoot. So
Okay.
shoot is the last day of 2 hours. That's all. But before that, it's all preparation. When see, of course, we are business guys, so we will talk
Mm.
a lot business. But normal consumer mostly cannot understand your verbiage and the way you talk and what your things are. So they
Absolutely.
prepare you so that you're at least relatable to everybody. And then on the
Again,
back end.
relatability.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
totally. And on
Hmm.
the back end, of course, there are a lot of investment focused teams. So it's like a proper show. When you're entering the tank, the sharks don't know you. They prehand, they have no list of 10 people coming in today. No, they have no idea who's coming in. They have no idea which companies they are from. And it's a very, very organic show. It's not scripted at all, which I used to hear, okay, maybe it's scripted, etc., etc. So it was an interesting one. So once you enter, what you prepare is just that 2.5, 3 minute pitch. When you see a person coming in and they go about their business, but they discuss like an
Yeah.
introduction when they talk about it. That's what preparation is. And
Okay.
rest, everything is organic. And what we see on the camera is 20 minutes out of about 1.5, 2 hours of a conversation.
Oh,
So it's like
wow.
that.
Wow.
So I think
So
it
what
was,
we see is like tip of the iceberg.
yeah, you see
Okay.
that, but then obviously I think they don't want to. I'm sure production works in a different manner.
Hmm.
So it was like basically when I was there, I was like bombarded with questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm answering bum 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 bum. Bum. But then of course it just came out in a different manner. But I think it came out decently good.
Nice. So who's your favorite shark?
Um, so favorite in terms of business, I would say I was aiming at Aman, Anupam, and Vinita because they are similar TG as mine. Like Flyrobe has
Hmm.
similar TG as their companies would probably
Okay.
consumer, that kind of age group. So that was my aim. Vinita, of course, cosmetics works brilliantly well with what we do,
Hmm.
and Anupam Shadi.com. कपड़े हम शादी के लिए रेंट पे दे रहे हैं, right? So very
Yeah.
very relatable. Aman again, consumer, built a business, similar kind of TG. So aiming at three of them, and I got one of them. So happy.
Nice. Happy for you. Okay, so I would like to play, like, I've changed the format a bit. I would like
Sure.
to play a game with you quickly. This is to know a little bit about you. So, better than introducing you, it's better that people sort of understand it while we play this game. Cool. So, are you ready? Just
Ready.
answer it quickly.
Okay.
So, are you in the tired girl era like me and decide to have a relaxed weekend at home? Or are you someone with a lot of energy and decide to get
Lot
adventurous?
of energy. Always, always.
I just put up a post on Instagram this morning that I'm in my tired girl era because all I want to do is like hug my bed, eat fox nuts, and sleep and watch Netflix, like literally.
No, no,
So,
no.
yeah,
I'm like opposite of that.
nice,
Complete
nice,
opposite of that. I
nice.
don't want to be home at all.
Lovely. Lucky you. Okay, so if you could be the founder of another business,
Yeah.
what would it be? Something in beauty like sugar cosmetics or something in the beverage industry like Third Wave or Chai Point?
Maybe something in beverage industry, but towards alcohol.
Oh,
That's where a lot of
nice.
money is.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, if you had to be one Alia Bhatt character, would you be Rani from Rocky and Rani, Kyra from Dear Zindagi, or Shania from Student of the Year?
Rocky Rani.
I loved
I
her
love that power
saris
that she
and
has there and
yeah.
so much
Oh, you're
individuality.
in a media house right now. You
Yeah,
can channel
exactly.
those
Yeah,
energies.
sort of, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay, your go-to meal after an exhausting day at work, something simple and homemade, or a lavish meal from a favorite restaurant?
Lavish meal from a favorite restaurant. Can't you see the size? Like the extra pounds?
Uh, That's okay. We are all for body positivity. Yeah, but what's your favorite restaurant in Delhi?
I love the Chinese restaurant Ichiban. I don't know if you've been to
Ah,
there.
I've been.
It's in Pandara, one of the
Yeah,
old
yeah, yeah. Pretty
places. Yeah,
old
yeah, yeah. Pretty old,
restaurant.
pretty old. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Oh, how lovely. Okay, if you could have an international name added to your designer's portfolio, which brand would you like to be on board? Naeem Khan or Vera Wang?
None actually, because the kind of audience we are in at the moment, and
Yeah,
we're in this house,
yeah.
Sabyasachi is the word for us.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, when it comes to Indians, definitely Sabyasachi. But I was just thinking like from a different perspective. Yeah. Okay, so let's just start with our main thing. So, I just want to understand, like, it's so confusing to me, and I'm sure, like, to many other people. How does a fashion rental actually work?
Okay, so basically, I'll tell you, we have two kind of audiences:
Hmm.
an online audience and an offline audience. Like some people who are sitting at home and wanting an outfit at home for something small. Like, okay, I have to attend maybe like a shoot or maybe some distant wedding. Then you go to the website, place your order for a particular date because it's occasion specific, right? Product is delivered to you. Before that, alterations happen, your measurements are taken, etc. etc. It's delivered to you for a particular period. You pay rent plus security, and then
Okay.
it's taken back from you after you're done when the occasion is done. So it's like basically like a hotel booking system where multiple people book an asset for a duration which is not the same but similar season.
Hmm.
And then offline is the store, same process, but people come to the store because of the
Okay.
look and feel, and they want to try outfits, and these are for important occasions,
Okay.
my own wedding, my brother's wedding, my best friend's getting married, and that kind of occasions where you really want to try. And then of course ticket size is also different. If you talk about online, 2000, 3000, 4000 is max. Like, this is what my ticket size is. I'm just attending a wedding. I need to get done with
Hmm.
my this job of outfit. But offline, the ticket size starts, it's from 1500, goes up to almost a lakh of rupees rental.
Oh,
It's
wow.
very obviously occasion specific. It's your wedding, you're spending more. If it's just another person's wedding, you're spending less. The process remains the same. You can, at a Flyrobe store, you can get an outfit on the same day. If you want to attend a function in the evening, we have people coming in last minute. And of course, prior also you can book
So all the
2-3
alterations and
months in
everything is
advance.
done
It's done by us.
over there.
So
Okay.
there is no user has to just pick an outfit. QCs, quality checks, hygiene, alterations, all that is on us.
Okay.
Then they come for a trial. Delivery is done. 4 days the standard rental period. Of course, extendable in case you're traveling or you need it for extra number of days. And you pay rent plus security. So when you return the product, you get your security refunded, and that's the end of the journey. And you can book 3-4 months in advance. Like,
Okay.
usually August is the time, specifically in the northern region of India. August is when people are booking for October, November, like that.
Wow. So you cater to all the genders?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, nice.
Purely, of course. All genders, men, women, equally important for us because I think we were able to. Uh, Flyrobe as a brand seems to be a very women-oriented, women-focused
Yeah, that's why I
fashion.
asked
Yeah.
that. That's why I asked this question.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. But men is super business for us, and we were able to tap the men janta very, very fast.
Okay.
Reasons are very easy. Emotionally not attached to the clothing, easy adopters
Yeah,
of
women
anything new.
are emotionally attached. Like I am.
To a
Like,
point
yeah.
where you've done you wear you worn it and pictures are there on Instagram. Post that, there is no attachment anymore. And then of course financially savings, understand very, a guy who buys a sherwani say for 30-35,000 rents it for 7-8,000, so there's a huge gap.
Huge
And it's
difference.
just wear one time wear, right? Also I feel nowadays people are not even wearing formals to work. So the youngsters, they don't have tuxedos and suits, and business suits also they don't have. So they're looking to rent out business suits also in case there's a important meeting also at office. They don't have formals, and
Oh,
people
I
don't
didn't
want
know
to keep
this.
formals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for somebody who loves formal wear like me, it's a nightmare, but I didn't know that. Actually, I was listening to something on Instagram, and I feel like people have these commitment issues like with everything these days.
True.
So I think for them, it works like in a
Yeah.
very
True.
great way.
Exactly what you just said. Ownership is not. People don't care about ownership anymore. Access
Yeah.
is key. Like, renting offices, renting cars. If you look at a younger person who's starting to earn decent amount, like, what are the priorities at the moment? Priorities are, okay, save up,
Hmm.
whatever you can save, then travel. And this is one thing, eat good food, explore, experience is key. Ownership
Hmm.
is not.
And put everything on Instagram.
That's true. That's true. So similarly, when it comes to clothing, so trends have changed in the past a decade. Like, what probably our mothers had. They had 20 silk saris. They wore it for 20 years, 20 times in a year. That's not the case anymore. We don't
Yeah.
wear these tiny saris which fit into one space. We wear elaborate clothes. And the trend changes. Those elaborate clothes are not forever. Like those silk saris were
Correct.
forever.
Yeah.
Even if I want to pick up a sari from my mom's closet, I can still wear it, right? But these elaborate clothes will not. After 2 years, you'll feel, oh my god, I spent like a lakh of rupees on this, and I can't wear it again.
Yeah.
So this is what has happened. So might as well, and plus, of course, Instagram and social media. You don't want to repeat at all. So many
Hmm.
things. And one very important angle, which as a company from inception, we've been talking about sustainability, but now the consumer has started to understand these concepts. Like probably I would say post COVID, that effect of the ripple effect of understanding sustainability is really huge. Um, like I would tell you, if you do not buy an ethnic outfit and rent it instead,
Hmm.
you save 24,000 liters of water by just making one rental choice. That is equivalent to like a
Wow.
small resident pool, swimming
Yeah.
pool, that
Yeah.
much. And that's
Wow,
huge,
that's a
right?
lot.
That's
That's
huge.
huge. Yeah, that's huge. So basically, you're saving the planet if you're renting.
Yeah, of course. And also, I feel that, we've been talking to the Ministry of Textile and the government also in a big manner. I feel, see, in India, and as a business person, the idea is sustainability is one, but, also running a profitable business is second. So
Correct.
we do all that, but on the side, we make money too.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you have a business, you would want to make money.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. So, we're
You're
renting,
putting in so much effort and
exactly,
everything. Yeah.
exactly.
Got it. So, you know, I was actually talking to some people before this episode, doing like some research, and I was like, would you wear clothes which are rented and, this thing? And some of their reaction was like, कि, but किसी और ने पहना होगा, तो हम कैसे पहनेंगे? Like, so how do you actually solve
Did you
such issues?
would you want to go back to them and ask them one more question?
Sure.
Ask them, have they ever lived in a hotel?
Yeah. I mean,
Have they ever used the bathroom and the toilet? I
very
think the
nice
answer is
answer.
right. So
Yeah.
basically, it's all about hygiene. And I'll tell you what, we are not the first ones in the country to be renting. आज तक किसी ने दुनिया में नहीं किया, हम पहली बार ही
Hmm.
कर रहे हैं. No,
Yeah.
we are the first ones to be making it in a process is something that middle class, upper middle class won't shy away from renting. Why? How? Hygiene. Number one priority. Kind of clothing is different. You go to a mom and pop store which is in a corner of some local market, older market, you'll see a lehenga जो 10 लोगों ने पहना होगा. You can smell 10 different bodies from there. It's
Yeah.
not that, right? The idea is that you're probably renting a hygienic, good designer piece. So, we changed that and we make a lot of effort here since day one. So, I was asked post COVID that, what all you're doing now, COVID has happened and people, how will you,
Yeah,
people share their clothes?
that
So,
must
I
have
said,
been
we've
a
done
big deal.
nothing. Post COVID, honestly, Priyanka, we did nothing because we were
Okay.
doing that from day one.
So you were
And
always very
we were
hygienic and
always
everything.
doing that. So, COVID changed nothing for us except those sanitizers, nothing changed for us. Basically there are a lot of elements. Dry cleaning, we do not not spend money there. We are pretty generous on our dry cleaning bills because that's what the quality comes in. Also the kind of clothing we handle is expensive, so
Hmm.
we have to make sure on the sustainability angle also that the life cycle of a garment keeps going up every year, right? So
Absolutely.
many things happen there.
Got it.
Steam ironing, using a steam iron is a very good idea because then it sort of kills up basic bacteria, germs at a certain degree of temperature. And
Hmm.
so I used to always ask another thing. Hotel booking is one thing, and I used to always say, uh, most people they when they buy a new dress, the feeling of cutting a tag and wearing it is damn good, right?
Exactly.
How
Yeah.
many people wash their clothes before wearing it for the first time? And then go back to the history of the dress. 10, 20 people have tried that. You're the 21st person wearing it. Where did your hygiene concepts go there? Here,
That's
at least
something to
you're the
think
first
about.
one
Yeah.
wearing it. We're dry cleaning and you're the first one to wear it.
Also, like when you go to these H&M stores, like 10 people have picked it up, changed into that, then kept it back. Then you see it's all thrown here and there, and
And you
then
look at the
you
price
buy
at a
it.
20% discount, you quickly pick up that
Yeah,
piece and
yeah,
run
yeah.
away,
You're like,
right?
oh, ये 2000
Yeah.
का 800 में अभी ले लो.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
see, now I think the larger aim is saving money. One thing majorly, we are not using these outfits again and again. Secondly, look at the environment. If you look at the statistics, how fashion is damaging in the environment, the fast fashion, and even if you sort of buy a garment and put it in your closet and not wear it ever again, it's a complete waste, right? So
Yeah,
so many
true.
elements.
True, true. So, talking about designers, like, I just want you to tell us, like, what, like, some of the really prominent designers that you have on board so that we have an idea.
Of course. So of course you have Sabyasachi, very, very famous. People love it.
Yeah.
We've got Shantanu Nikhil. We've got Payal Kyal. We've got multiple designers. We've got many, many designers. A-list, even the popular designers. So it's not just like only Sabyas you'll find at Flyrobe. You'll find everything. So I told you there's a huge range that comes in. So everything.
So, how do you source stuff from them? Like,
Okay.
I
So
really want to understand that
Sure,
part.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. So Flyrobe does have few in-house labels that we've trademarked them for about a decade and they're popular names now. But also we have a huge marketplace model. Adding to the sustainability narrative, we realized that हम लोग rent कर रहे हैं, fine. But why to manufacture? What if we can, there's so many garments lying in these closets. People are own them. They're already there. They're looking at them and they're, पछता रहे हैं कि हमने क्यों खरीदा था इसको.
Hmm.
So what if we can get all of them and they're beautiful pieces, right?
Yeah.
Handwork, beauties, and a lot of effort has gone in, right? Some garments that we have are from designers that they take about three months to make it. And 20 laborers, 20 workers have made them with hand and all. So they're beauties, right?
Of
So we
course.
realized that why can't we take out all of them and put them to use? And the product owner also gets rewarded for that. So we opened up a marketplace model. We call it a C2C, customer to customer.
Hmm.
Anybody with a heavy garment in their closet can be a curator.
Okay.
They can lend that garment to Flyrobe. We lend it out to our customers, and on a monthly basis, a dashboard is created where they can track their earnings. Technology, of course, helps,
Yeah.
and a monthly basis, payments are made. as on date, we've got more than 5,000 people who are renting their products through us. I think the
Oh,
number's gone to
wow.
six.
Wow. So you have essentially you have two models. One is where you take from the designers and one is where you take from the customers.
One is that we have in-house inventory where we
Okay.
design ourselves and get them manufactured,
Okay.
our own labels.
Okay.
And one is where we have these high-end or luxury designers. So earlier, the model was this marketplace was open for designers only. Only designers could put their garments. So now we open that marketplace for designers and for customers, where the larger chunk today is customers. Designers
Ah.
also rent through us, but larger chunk is customers.
Okay, got it. Okay, so this was like the business side of it. Like when we come to the consumer side of it, so who are your top clients? Like any famous people who have worn it? I'm only asking because once like a famous name has worn it, everybody's like, oh, I also want to try this. I also want to
So you
try
just
this.
Google people who've rented garments. So you'll check I'm just talking about in general in the world, like Sonam Kapoor talks about हम पागल थोड़ी हैं जो इतने महंगे कपड़े खरीदेंगे. All our clothes are borrowed. You look at celebrities, you think they're spending money. They're not.
Yeah,
They're
naturally.
literally renting without paying the rent, because designer gets the credibility, right?
Yeah.
Designer gets the publicity instead. Influencers, they're also taken, then it's just an exchange, right? You talk about recently a royalty from Spain rented a dress and she wore it for one of the large events, public events, and it was all over the news that she's worn a rental dress. So many people are adopting to rentals. And
Hmm.
and if I talk about particular names, I think we've catered to 400 plus celebrities and bloggers, including, if I remember correctly, Neha Kakkar once wore a Flyrobe outfit. Multiple bloggers, multiple, you name a blogger, they must have definitely worn a Flyrobe outfit.
Okay, so I also want to know that why did you choose this name, Flyrobe? What
So,
does it mean?
uh, exactly what you said. Basically, I don't know if you have this in your record that I'm not the original founder of Flyrobe.
I
I
know.
founded another
Rented
company called
Bay.
Rent It Bay. That's where my skills were to choose the name. Flyrobe was a given name that we acquired. So Flyrobe mane wohi, flying robe. Like, immediately a dress comes to you. And honestly, when it started, no, so the idea we started with, so we were not a company which with a service that okay fine, there's people know the service, we are just a provider now. So people didn't know the service. Like, it wasn't like you're already renting, don't rent from somewhere else, come and rent from us. It wasn't like that. It was like you're buying today. So stop buying, rent from us. This is the
Okay.
philosophy with how the brand started. And initially it started with renting Western garments. When we
Ah.
started the market with smaller ticket size rental Western garments, and those garments would be delivered to you within a span of 2 hours. Like, you order a dress, like the way you order a pizza,
Yeah.
you order a dress online, it's delivered to you in two
So this
hours.
was the Rented Bay model.
Rented by Flyrobe, both models started with
Okay.
the same concept.
Okay.
So Flyrobe is the fund.
Ah, now it makes
Sorry, yeah.
sense. Now,
So that is the
so
fundamental.
you had started a Blinkit for clothes long back.
So yeah,
Yeah.
sort of, yes,
Nice.
exactly. Blink it for clothes. The idea was, people are coming from work and they have a party to attend, and now कपड़े नहीं है, iron करना है, ready करना है, धोना है, ये सब वो सब. So might as well just order a dress. It'll come and then it'll go away.
Yeah. I was actually listening to this again, like one of the founders of Rene Cosmetics, and they were saying if you give the customer a product which works really quickly, like, even when they have those lip plumping and all of those things, customers love everything that's like super quick, like, the results. So,
True.
yeah,
So
I get,
that's how we
yeah.
started to do this. Um, for us initially, if I talk about the business side of it, a order worth 300, we used to charge 300 rupees. Like, average order value was that much. Used to cost us about 2,700 bucks. The way we delivered it, it used to be like you place an order for a dress, a nice our quality of the box for the rented by times, it was as good as a Chanel box, same as Chanel.
Oh,
So
wow.
a box would come to you, your dress would be packed in a butter paper, an extra size is given to you, the guy is delivering, you try both sizes, he will wait, you pick one, he's carrying a portable steam iron, he'll iron it at your house, hang it right there, and then move out of the setup. So this is
Wow.
how we try to pamper our customers to try rentals.
Okay, understood. Okay, so I was also doing some research and I saw like the rentals which are outside of India, like the international names, they have some sort of a subscription going on. So do you guys also have that kind of a
I have
system?
done that. Rented by times, I have experimented with the subscription model also. So I'll tell you, when we started with Westerns, no, and we pivoted too, right? We started with Westerns, and as an entrepreneur, we did subscriptions too. Subscription model used to be 4,000 rupees a month and unlimited boxes. One box would have three products, two garments and one accessory.
That's a
This
lot.
and you can
Yeah.
exchange it any number of times. This was our model, but we realized that we were too early in the market. That time people couldn't understand rentals, and then Western renting wasn't a good category. We
Hmm.
were choosing sort of a two three reasons. One, uh, working women population versus working men population, the ratio is bad here in
Yeah.
India.
Yeah.
Secondly, we realized that everyday clothing, people don't have very highly social people are less in number. Everyday clothing, people don't mind repeating, like what you and I are wearing, we'll wear it again.
Yeah.
So the philosophy of the brand changed. By the basic, rent the iconic. That's how we started to change. And internationally, you can't compare. So, for example, here, I told you it's a brand. If I don't even say, okay, fine, I've got for 500 bucks, it looks cool, right? You would still compliment me the same way, right? So, here, cheap availability is there everywhere, in every city of the country. Like you go to a Sarojini, we can pick up bomb dresses without
Yeah.
paying much, right? So, brand consciousness, yes, people love brands, but everybody is wearing branded clothes all the time. That's not the case. But internationally, that is the case. That usually people wear brands all the time. The brand awareness is way higher, and
Hmm.
they would pay that subscription fee for dressing up every day to work also. So, but here we realize that our market is huge. Wedding is a huge market because
Yeah.
Indians dress up for weddings. Internationally, wedding, only the bride and the groom are probably buying new clothes. Everybody else is wearing dresses, which they go to wear. You go to a party, you wear a dress. You go to a wedding, you wear a dress. Here,
Correct.
weddings, money, and times have
Here, weddings
changed.
is a different ball game.
Yeah, times have changed. If you
Takes
remember,
2 years to prep. Yeah.
100%. 10-20 years ago, people would, like kids would just probably wear jeans and t-shirt and go for a wedding. Now they don't do that.
No, no, no,
Everybody
no,
dresses
no.
very
Even a
well.
small child, when we talk about this, I went to some function, like it was like a baby's function, a 4-month-old baby, okay? And even they had like a wedding before and everything. So grand, they spent like 6 CR on the whole 4-month baby's event. They made like a whole
Oh
Disneyland
my
or
God.
something. So, I mean, I get how people are obsessed with,
True.
weddings and all
Absolutely.
these
And here the
events.
variability is not that much. You talk about America. I'm attending a wedding, I'm wearing a dress. The same dress I'm wearing multiple times on a party. And I probably can wear it to multiple occasions. You wear a lehenga on a wedding, you can't wear the lehenga on a party, right? We're very occasion specifically dressed, and our occasions are elaborate here, right?
Hmm. Cool. Okay, so tell me like a fun story, like when you were starting and you were building such things. Was there any like nasty comment you got or like,
Yeah.
something fun?
More,
Share
lot.
that.
So, initial days, we obviously used to we started marketing, right? How do we market? That time, Instagram wasn't prevalent. Facebook, those were Facebook days. I'm talking about 2016. So, we did Just Dial and we did all that. And you know what kind of calls I used to get? We used to, because we as founders also, we were taking those calls then, customer care calls. We used to get calls like, मेरे बेटे ने बैंगन बनना है, कल आप कपड़े देंगे? And we were like sick of those calls. मेरे बच्चे ने बैंगन बनना है, somebody wanted clown outfits. They thought rental माने these kind of clothes only rental.
Oh,
So
that's
this is
hilarious.
what we started with, and ultimately people understood कि we don't give bangan clothes.
I need a minute to process this. So they actually thought it's like a fancy dress, something
Yeah,
going on.
mane
That's what rental is.
clothing rental meant that only for them. A lot of people, they just thought this is what it is.
Oh,
And then we got so used to, like, how many Bengal calls have you got today and how many were relevant calls. That was the conversation by the end of the day. Like, customer care se ki genuinely logo ko samajh kitna aaya nahi aaya. Because see, it
yeah.
was, and that is the reason why a lot of marketing money was spent. Like, Flyrobe till date has raised about $11 million, and about 30-40 million dollars have just gone in branding and marketing, which has been 40-50 crores have just gone in building the brand concept, because
I think it's very
creating a
important for
concept
the
is very
consumer,
difficult. It
yeah, to
is really
understand.
difficult for,
Hmm.
see, it used to take me 2 minutes for me to make another person understand what we do, what is rented, what is Flyrobe. It used to take, अच्छा कपड़े rent पे कैसे, it takes like
Hmm.
people, and now it's faster, right? But I'm talking about back then, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So that is a time that it was spent, and money
So
obviously was
social
spent too.
media would have been your savior for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody's asking you Bengal clothes over there.
Yeah, and today, most, of course, it's very geographical specific, but still running. an ad on Instagram for 5,000 worth um against doing an offline event spending 5 lakh. Probably the same.
Wow, lovely. Okay. So before we started this, I was actually asking you about your other interview and about like you being a parent and then managing so much. So like, do you have any motivational quote or something that keeps you going and you would like to tell other mothers who are probably tired and wanting to quit their work?
No, I understand it's a tough game. It's a tough game. But for me, I think I am not a perfect person to give gyan on that because I'm still learning. But for me, that I have this inner energy that I get up in the morning, I have something to do with respect to Flyrobe or my company, and other things just fade away. So, it's not like I'm not neglecting my child. No, I'm not doing that. But still, sometimes priorities, right? Obviously, when there's a cute little baby hanging around in the house, nobody wants to leave the house and go out, right?
Yeah.
But that strength of doing something new every day that I want to get out. This is what is happening and the growth phase of the company. One, that the phase is also very interesting for us at the moment. We're opening multiple stores. So much is happening in the company. So that, and I really feel that you have to have a build a good team. Whether if you're into your business, see if you're employed, then you don't have a choice. You have to go to office and be there at 10
Yeah.
o'clock, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a business that you still need motivation, that you have to leave house and go, then build a good team. My low days, my team just gets me out. Like I have my low days, कुछ होगा नहीं, 4 बारी phone आएगा, पांचवा तो उठाना पड़ेगा ना आपको. And
Yeah.
then they tell me something and then you get there and then you're out of that lowness.
Lovely. Okay, so my biggest question to you, okay, which I should have actually asked earlier, but I'm just asking now. So you were a lawyer,
Yeah,
okay, and you worked, I think, for 7, 8 years,
correct.
and then you suddenly shifted to like a business fashion space. So first of all, like, how did that idea come? Like, were you sitting one day in the court and you were like, I can't do this anymore,
No,
I'm
not at
leaving?
all.
No?
I loved that. So Priyanka, law was very interesting and very exciting for me, and I used to love that life. It wasn't a boring corporate job for me. So I started my career with this institute, Arbitration Institute, newly formed. I was the founding member. So
Okay.
that started with the Sheila Dixit government and the Delhi High Court judges. So very interesting. We developed everything from scratch, from rules. So I took that place from zero matters to 10,000 matters. That place allowed me to work outside of that also because arbitration is just one very particular field of law. So I wanted to do other things. My dad's a lawyer, always pushed me to do multiple
So you
things.
would have been a second generation lawyer.
100%, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to love doing matrimonial matters. I've divorce cases, I've done a lot of them. So, but I was keen to learn new things also. So there was another person who's a senior, very, very senior lawyer now. I wanted to learn Supreme Court and opinion work from him then. So he says, I said, I'm just going to come to your office in the evening. So he says, okay, fine, what time? I said, 5 o'clock. He said, you come in at your time, you go at my time. I said, fine.
Hmm.
He made me work till 2:30 in the night every day for 1 year from 5 to 2:30 in the night, and then he used to give me homework. Like you take these files and they have to be filed tomorrow. But I did it because I loved it.
You
So
seem like a very passionate person to me
I
right
think
now.
yes, you're
Yeah.
right. So I love that part. And honestly, this was something that okay, before the rental business, all of us, same people, same team, we also started a food online tech sort of a business then. And we just did it for a month because in the legal field in Delhi, you're off. Like June is full vacation. Nobody works. No lawyer works. We just chill.
Okay.
So that 1 month I had free time. So I worked there for a month, and that month turned out to be pretty nice. We did like about 100 tie-ups with restaurants, etc. But post that, what happened? Everybody got back to their job, and then we realized that if you're not there full time, nothing will work. We
Hmm.
didn't drag it too much. 3-4 months, we shut that. Okay, there's no point. So that there was a learning that if you want to do something, it has to be full time.
Yeah.
Unless you grow to a level that you have a working partner, you're just an investor, etc., then those things are different. But it has to be full time. And here, when we thought of this, and then it was either this or that. So I was in this point of time in my career where I got a good opportunity from a big law firm, and my dad was forcing that forget all that and join, start time to open your practice now. It's your work you have to do. So and then the rental fashion idea came in, technology, rent, and we literally thought about renting. The problem that we were solving was that women are mocked. Closet
Hmm.
is full, nothing to wear. That was the problem. And
Yeah.
literally that is the problem because everything in the closet has been worn once. So we don't want to repeat. So we figured out this is the problem. Technology, we know how to do this, and we had the money. 7 साल काम करा था सब लोगों ने, तो सब पैसे तो थे. So we have got the fund, let's just do it. So that's how the pivot happened. And again, I am not away from law because everything legal in the company, I do it. Investors
Okay.
love me because I'm a lawyer. So much happens. Every day is some legal challenge. Franchise agreements, bloggers agreements, your terms of everything is legal in your business, right?
True.
So, which worked out in my favor.
Okay, so thank you so much, Aanchal, for coming. I mean, I learned a lot about Flyrobe and how we can rent stuff, and I'll definitely, visit the website
Most
now,
welcome.
like to order. I'll just stay in touch with you. Okay. So yeah, so thank you for coming. And I just wanted to tell you guys that we release an episode every week. I hope you like this one. Please let us know in the comments what else would you like to see. And you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast. You can watch our reels on Instagram. We share like really cool bites. So do tune in, do comment, do let us know. So you can text us on 8588966996, or you can email us on pods@indiatoday.com. Thank you so much. See you. Bye.